بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to the second video of the Makharij and Sifat class, the articulation point and its characteristics. Before we getting into the letters, I still need to talk about the speech organs of the letters. So I have a few pictures here to show you. I'm going to inshallah make this video short so we can understand it. If you were lost, if this was a little bit difficult for you, I just want you to go over it a few times. Go over the video over and over slowly until you understand it. I'm going to try my best not to give a lot of information so it's easy for you to understand. So the letters come out from these areas. Number one, something is called the throat, that we are all familiar with it, which is this area. This whole thing is called the throat. Okay, so in the throat there are some specific places for a few letters. We'll talk about that later, inshallah ta'ala. So this is again the throat, and the following thing we're going to talk about is the empty space inside of the throat and the empty space inside of the mouth, which is called al-jawf. Okay, al-jawf means the oral cavity or the empty space in here and here. So here there's three letters actually come out from here, the alif, waw, ya. We will learn that later, inshallah ta'ala. Next we have the upper palate. Upper palate is this area, this whole area. It's called upper palate. We have the soft palate and we have the hard palate. Okay? Next we have the nasal cavity. The nasal cavity is like when you speak from here, your voice comes out from here from the voice box and it goes through this area. This is called the nasal cavity. And this is used for the ghunna. It's used for part of the mim and noon. So it's important to know how it looks like. When I say, for example, this letter has nasal sound in it, that you should not use your nose or your nasal cavity. You should not add ghunna in that letter. You should know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this area right here. It means don't bring your voice in here. Take your voice from the voice box straight out. Don't say say ooh, e. So don't say ooh, e. When you say ooh, e, do you hear that nasal sound that I'm doing? That means you went from part here and you went a little bit like that. Alright? So you need to focus and bring your voice this way. Alright? Next we have the two lips. Two lips, we have bottom and top lip. Letters, some letters come out from there, like the ba and the waw, and we have the fa. It comes up from the part of the teeth with the bottom lip. All of this, inshallah, later we will talk about it. Okay, and the mim. Type. After that, we have the teeth. We will learn about the teeth and why should we learn about the teeth, because it has a lot to do with some of the letters. After that we have the tongue, al-lisan, the tongue. Okay, so far this is simple picture and hope you get familiar with it. Anything again you don't understand, get a pencil, get a paper. You can write down things. You can take a photo of this, or you can just write it down. It's always good to write things down. That's how you remember it. So we're going to talk about another slide for today, and that's it. I'm going to try not to give a lot of information. Why? Because I don't want you to get lost. I want you to memorize this. Okay, so this is over here. It's called the uvula. Okay, the uvula means al-lahat. It's located in the back of your mouth, back of the throat. Okay, then after that we have the soft palate, I had mentioned earlier, soft palate. Some letters come out from there. Then we have the hard palate. Also, a few letters come out from there. Using the tongue, obviously, with that. So when I say soft palate, you need to know I'm talking about this area. When I say place your tongue on the top on the hard palate, we need to know that I'm talking about this area. And this is here, the middle of the soft palate and the hard palate. We need to know this because a letter come out from there with the help of the tongue, right? So you're going to use your tongue and here and produce some letters. طيب, after that, we're going to move on to the مقدم الحنك. It means the front ridges over here. And then we have the gum. This whole thing is called مقدم الحنك. We have this called the gum اللثة. Sorry, this is let's go back here. This is مقدم الحنك. This is called اللثة over here. So the litha means the gum. A few letters actually come out from here. Some from here, some from, sorry, it's getting, some from here, some from here, right? So it's very important this area to know when I say the root of the teeth, when I say your tongue, whatever lies opposite to it from the gum, we need to be familiar. But having this picture helps so much that I will, inshallah, point out exactly where the tongue should go, so it makes things easier for you. So this here, we're going to go to the left now. This is the left here is the same thing of this picture over here, but it's dividing it clearly and it's showing you the top. So the gum over here, this is taking you to the litha, the gum. It's right here. This whole thing is the gum. The front ridges over here, مقدم الحنك, it takes you all the way to this whole area. Then we have the hard palate over here. Then this takes you to the right here. This whole thing is the hard palate. And this over here, the soft palate, takes you to the soft palate in the back. And then the uvula, it's this area. It's very simple, very simple. Again, if we pay attention. So it all has to be a little bit of focus. And inshallah ta'ala, you'll learn all of this and you'll even memorize it. I hope this lesson was, I hope you benefited a lot from this lesson. Please try to memorize the terms because it makes things easy on me when I explain later on. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of us. Wait for the next video and leave me some comments, whether it's negative or positive, inshallah ta'ala, and I'll try to get back to you. Barakallahu feekum. Thank you for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.